Hello and welcome back to Troll Prince. You know, people talk about, what's the phrase most people use? Feature creep. I feel like this is the puzzle game version of it. Like, the year is 2021 and Tonda Ross is like already has had the current ending for 4 years and then spends 4 years after that like, you know what? Let's just put in one little last troll. Let's just add one more, and then just like Uno Mosses his way to fucking whatever this monstrosity that we now have is. It does say permanently unlock blue sealed doors. Oh, so we might not need to do that. Okay, that is significantly better. Maybe they're just permanently unsealed. I do think that means we still need to get a boiler room, though. So let's get a boiler room and see what happens. All right, so also let's look at the security thing. So I big dummied this. I figured this one out with my friend who is also working on this exact same thing, Rex. And we're both idiots. So this clue... Where is it? This clue... right here that both of us literally looked at and were like, oh, there's an O here. Oh, it's the office. Oh well, I don't know how to get any of the other ones. Like what? You can just look at them. If office is O, then what is nursery? Oh my god. N. Gallery. So what's this one? So let's write this down. So starting at the top left, that's the spare room, so that's S. Walk-in closet, archives, and nook. So that spells swan. And then below it, I don't know what that, why haven't I, oh, that's the storeroom. So it's S, office is O, nursery is N, gallery is G. So it spells swan song. And then it's like, oh, it's just the password. You could have figured out the password from this. But wait, there's 3 more security things. What's this one? Hallway, security, and showroom. So it's Swan Song HSS. What is Swan Song HSS, you say? Well, as it turns out, it's a hot new password. Log in the network. Swan Song HSS, Herbert S. Sinclair's special password. You just throw your initials at the end of it. Oh my god. I don't know how we both missed this. And this gives us the home security surveillance footage, which was hinted at in the blue memo that there's a way to see the recordings. Let's go back to 1987. We can look at the library, the entrance, or the security. Let's look at the library. Didn't start the timer, as is tradition. Oh, this was 1987, right? What was the year of the heist? You think I would remember that by now? It's something around 1987 if it's not 1987. Because that's 6 years before the present day. In game. It's hard to see much with all the lines. But there's somebody studying in the library. Maybe Mary. Maybe Herbert. Reading some book in the library. Not sure what you're supposed to get out of this necessarily. It's pretty hard to see. Maybe they're planning, plotting. I wonder if there's some clues that are special in these. Yeah, this is February, which I think is close to when they started their trials and when Mary goes missing. But the actual heist was in September, I believe, or somewhere around September. Let's try the entrance. I heard in an interview, oh no, from the patch notes, that's what it was, with Tonda Ross, the game developer, that they're going to be adding a bunch of new cutscenes to the game, like high quality ones like the ending cutscene. That's pretty hype. Oh, this is the hint. That's the stashing the thing inside of the vase. I see. So that's a hint. That's a hint for the vase. So does that mean there's some hint in the library that we're supposed to gather from that? I wonder what that means. What's that a picture of? What's that a picture? Is that Mary holding something? That's... You wanna show that? Oh, you are showing it. What's that a picture of? What is that? It's a... Oh! That's the train. That's the train. Oh my god, that's the train stations. Alright, so these hints would have been really great to get literally any time before this. Alright, so that must mean there is a library hint. Footage not found. Well... Oh yeah, because pretty much nothing was happening after that, right? Or I guess some investigations were happening, right? So they deleted all of them or something? Footage not found. 1983. Oh! And you can go back.
As it was
You can go back and watch all of... It's like how it shows up in the security footage.
the sound of a dropping coin,
You could go rewatch these if you wanted. That's really cool. I like that a lot.
face to face with the great Alzara.
I do wish you could fast forward them, but...
I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
I wonder how many Alzara things we've missed.
The image is
Let's look at the first one here. See if even the first one makes sense now.
I see a boy standing.
Yeah, the shore of the white sand is in the reservoir
He is looking for something.
at the hideout.
Something he was told he would not find. I see
A black
a
cat.
black cat tied to a
Well, that's Arendaries and Fenaries, but I'm not sure what the cat is supposed to
I
be.
hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir.
I don't know what that's a reference to about like the wind.
A door marked by a rogue moon.
Yeah,
A
the base.
door that is always locked, yet has no key.
But it has a
It
key.
is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find.
You lied, Alzara. We found it.
A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
So definitely Alzara's things are not like they're hints, but they definitely are not like exactly right. Can we do 1994? No. That's current. Oh, that's because we've played. That's because we rolled over, right? We started in November and then rolled over, I think. Okay, that's cool. You can go back and look at those. It also means that there's probably a Something we haven't discovered in the library, unless it's like, bitch, check out books, because Mary wrote some books, so you should check out books. But I think we're good for now. But as far as other things to do, we need to figure out what's going on with the vault and the family cores. What else is there? And we need to figure out what to do with the paper crown. The red one, the red crown. I like my idea of red scepter plus red crown if blue scepter goes with blue crown. But do you take it to the blue throne room? Like, where do you take it? So, still need to figure that out. You know, it would have been nice if they just left that open and this one open, so you don't have to get these again. Quality of life is more important than... Oh, thank fuck, you don't have to do it again. Okay. Whoo! There are 2 true boxes. There is no... Okay, last time we did there is no end. Let's do you have reached the end. Because the middle one doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Oh. The blueprints. Wait, she wrote another book or what? Do we know about this? The blueprints? I don't recall a reference to that. The blueprints. To my son Simon, in whose eyes I see the world anew. There was a blue prince who sat on a blue throne. He had a blue crown made of sapphires and a blue castle. Wait, is this just the red prince but with blue instead? Oh, I probably need to get a magnifying glass. In my humble view, he couldn't stand the tint of a hallway or a shop. He couldn't stand the shade of trees the green rooms brought. Oh, I like the green rooms. Blueprints suck. I like the green ones better. He seldom talked to others, for they rarely shared his view. He never went to town, nor saw the flags they flew. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. They're all red. And do you know which game the prince instead would play? Oh my god, no. Get this shit out of here. When you've been playing the game too much and the game is like, stop playing. A game he had played in the house and on the grounds, and maybe you can guess from the clues that we have found. Oh my god. It was a game full of rooms. And the stories that we climb. Oh, ha, stories about a house full of lies and the truth that one prince finds. And as you, my reader, may have already assumed, this game is quite near you. In fact, in the same room. A game about you, the plans that you made, about a blueprints and his blueprints. The blue game we just played. So is this really just the end then? Oh, that's cute. The end. Well, maybe that's GG. I mean, I guess we should still check a few more things. That felt pretty GG though. I wonder, it definitely sounded like they're gonna add more cutscenes and stuff in the quote definitive version. So I wonder if there'll be maybe like a more definitive true ending or something like that. I guess there's some more mystery. Well, so what I'll definitely do is the curse mode and the dare. I gotta figure out what the dare mode even is, and then the day one speed run and regular thing. Might stream those tomorrow, depending. Otherwise, oh yeah, I guess let's let's try to work on, what else do we have? Let's try to work on maybe the family core thing. We have 53 and 8. We just have to figure out what to do with 53 and 8. So I asked my friend if I was even on anywhere near the right track for the family core thing. And he said absolutely. and to go back to the vault. So we're gonna go back to the vault. 4 hours later, it finally happened. I got the vault. What the fuck was that? Yeah, so I'll spare you guys the massive rant, but like I played like 4 days, Banner of the King, Scepter, like had 100 gems, re-rolled 100 times. It feels like there's some special condition or something to get the vault that I don't understand. Or like, I don't know, but yeah, to summarize, I feel like they need to add something to the game that lets you, like, when you have 300 gold, you can just buy an item that lets you go to whatever room you want. Like, there's a point when, oh, it's like the most common complaint I've heard in the game. I think they just need something like that. All right, so we have the key 8. We tried putting it in 8, and it didn't work. The thing says 5 plus 3 is 8. Well, the thing that I didn't try, my friend gave me a hint, is, well, fucking 5 plus 3 is 8. I don't know if I ever would have figured that out. Use key. Sideways 8. My goodness. Oh good, an allowance token. That is a crazy one to find. My obsession with ciphers was renewed after my brother died. For among his journals, I found a curious square. A grid of words written in a hand I immediately recognized. My mother's. Accompanying this discovery were numerous pages containing tracers of my brother's fruitless attempts over the years to decipher this grid. It was a bittersweet find. The excitement I felt was tempered by memories of the unique bond my mother and brother had always shared. I was the child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon who she bequeathed this cryptic gift. What the heck? With all respect to my late brother, it became clear after spending time poring over his notes that he was not very suited to the challenge. Occasionally he stumbled upon some ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. What I will give him credit, however, is in the extensive research he conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes. This search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written a local professor, requesting additional material for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. As for me, I is ashamed to admit that despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. I'm no closer to solving this than I was in those early months of daily obsession, and with each passing year, I fear my chance of reaching a conclusion grows slimmer. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting, poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of life questions. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? At my age, I often find myself looking back at the long path behind me, and I think I am content to leave a few stones unturned. A life without some mystery is a life without imagination. So I will lay down this burden and leave this stone and the winding path of intrigue it proceeds for future generations to explore. We get this. We get this. Pig sand male date head peak clam Joya. So that's one of the names. These are all vaguely they're all vaguely relevant to the estate, but we got here by doing the family core shenanigans. They're all 4. Now, the thing that jumps out to me is these are all 4 letter things, and the cores consist of 4 things: addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So is there some way to apply it to this slab? The obvious thing that stands out to convert letters to numbers, just seen a lot of escape rooms, is you just take the number of the alphabet that the letter is. So you could do that to get 4 digits, though some of them would be, well, they wouldn't 4 numbers, some of them would be multiple digits. But similar to the wine cellar thing, it was multiple digits. So if you did that, you would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would get 20. So this is 25. You would get 25 numbers, right? Or no, you might get. The cores do. Hold on, let me read the cores. The core is the sum of its digits. The core is the sum of its digits. You may still get 2-digit answers, but you would be unlikely. You can't get a 3-digit. Yeah, you can't get a 3-digit. So you would get either 1 or 2-digit answers from each one of these if we did that. Additional material. There's no actual hints in this, I don't think. Well, if it's the same thing that we just were doing to get here. That would be... Oh my god. So you would have to... Alright, so... Let me get a list of... Yeah, here we go. A number corresponding to each letter of the alphabet. I just found some random Google image of that. All right, let's see. Oh, that's not how you do anything. So, for instance, P is 16. So for P and pigs, we get 16. For I, we get 9. For G, we get 7. And for S, we get 19. So if you were to, you'd have to then decide which 4 math operations give you the smallest number from those. So the options for this would be 16 minus, it always says it starts with a positive, so say plus 16 minus 9 is, I hope it's not 1 or 69 too is a possibility. That would be atrocious. 16 minus 9 is 7. What's the best way to do it from there? 16 minus 9 is 7. Divided by 7 is 1. Times 19 is 19. That's one way to do it. Is there a different way to do it? 16 is not really divisible by any of these numbers. 16... I can't see a better way to do it. You get 8. 9 times 8. This is 19, 38, 57. So we could say like S for this. Let's do like 2 or 3 of these and see if it's making any sense. Sand would be 19, 1, 14, 4. Okay, so let's try maybe 16. I don't think you have to do it from left to right necessarily though. Right, couldn't we do 19 minus 14 is 5. Oh, but we can't create something divisible. Oh no, divided by 1 is 5. Times 4 is 20. That doesn't sound great. There's gotta be a better way to do that, right? 19 divided by 1 is 19. Or God, is 19 times 14 divisible by 4? Let's pull up a calculator. 19 times 14 divided by 4. No, it is not. Well, let's see. This could be, so this could be T. Stand? Let's just try the next one and we'll go back and see if something doesn't make any sense, we'll go back. 13. All right, so basically my friend helped me with this, which produces still water tints blank books. And so the hint means we need to go get still water, which I'd always wondered why we blew open the trading post, which I don't have right now. Yeah, why we blew open the trading post and why there were stills in there. It seemed like it was just for lore, but apparently it's not just for lore. So we need to go collect some still water, which is like, kudos to people who figure this shit out themselves. I am unabashedly sharing notes at this point with my friend. Okay, so we are going to need to go find that. So we want to get... we want to get the trading post. So better to get some reroll dice. I'm not sure if this is some like kind of just fun flavor late game like optional puzzle thing, or if there is like an actual true ending. And I get the vault immediately. You fucking love to see it. What a troll game. Okay, good. We got the trading post. What does the lunchbox trade for? Secret garden key. Huh, it's actually pretty interesting. All right. Stillwater tints blank books. And that's interesting because we were literally just looking at blank books in the library and wondering what the security surveillance was suggesting in the library. So it certainly seems like that is the point of the security footage. It's an indication that there is a secret still there. Let's see, I guess I don't think I've ever seen the watering can as an item as like a naturally occurring item in, let's say, the attic, but maybe. It always feels like it's in the greenhouse to me, specifically. Oh, I should see if the greenhouse is considered rare, or I'm not sure if oh, courtyard's good. I don't think I've really seen it here much either. But hopefully it won't be too bad with the banner. Give me greenhouse, let's go. Can it really be this easy? No, I didn't get the watering can. All right, well, that's the way that I know to get the watering can, so... I could try for... I could try for like an attic or something like that, but otherwise, we probably need to GG go next. Greenhouse? Yeah, come on, watering can. Yes, let's go. Okay. Do you have to drain the water out of it in order to fill it with moonshine? Wait. Is it empty? I can't tell. I think it's empty. Wait, are we dumping moonshine on books? What's happening here exactly? Study is exactly what I want. I have 28 rerolls if we really need something. Alright, well, it occurs to me that there's a chance we actually just don't roll the thing, so let's try one more time to get more reroll dice. If we can cope check then at least. Let's take that. Okay, let's hope we get the trading post. No trading. Oh, I can redraw 700 times here. All right, we got the trading post. And here are the stills. How do you do this? Refill can. Wow. Is there some hint in that about this? Moonshine. It's so weird. Still water. It's kind of like a play on words. Water that's not moving, but water from the still. It's pretty crazy. We need to draft then a library. Do I have a library? No. This way. So, still water tints blank books. Whoa. Thank goodness we just got the magnifying glass. What luck is that? Whoa. A hidden hue. From prism pristine, 3 paths convene, 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen, 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But the one left hidden remains to be seen. So this is a prism key reference, I would think. Prism pristine, 3 paths convene, 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen. That could be 3 colors. I don't know what that means. 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. But one left hidden remains to be seen. I've got no idea what that's referencing. That's it. Okay, I can't turn the page. A hidden hue. Oh, I think I get an idea, actually. I haven't gotten any hints or anything about this. Maybe it means that the prism key can do something that you don't expect. A hidden hue. The prism key can maybe go somewhere that you don't expect it to be able to go. But what does it mean, a sum of 18? 3 colors to count. I don't know. There's this one too. Is it the same book? It's not the same book at all. Oh, finally this. Tended Rosevine. My dearest darling son, I'm quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far. What? Expect you to make it this far. Yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured the end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose-wary, for the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. One final counsel I give you. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets than mere passages. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother... Oh, wait, no, this isn't... It's so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, Orave. I've seen that name a few times, and I don't know who that is exactly. Tended Rose Vine. Oh, so this is a rose vine instead of... Is there a rose somewhere? Or vine instead of the, or is it a, this is like the, or maybe you can, maybe tended rose vine can be unscrambled. This is like the observatory star thing though. And it was seen somewhere else. Maybe tended rose vine can be unscrambled to something else. Final counsel I give you, the waters of the West Spring. So west is the side with the outside area and the garage. Reveal more secrets than these mere passages. Sounds like it's a secret passages. So there's a secret passage in the West Spring, potentially? The waters of the West Spring. So I'm thinking we probably want a prism key. What does the prism key say exactly again? Or is there something else it could mean? I'm trying to see if there's a hint here. A hidden hue. You could think that might mean like a type of, you know, we have red prints and green prints. Hallway. Green room. 18. All of these all have 8, which is fitting. But this is talking about 3 paths convene. My best idea is to get a prism key and to get a monk blessing. I'm trying to think exactly how the prism key works. It needs to have a locked door and it goes to a room of the same color. Is there some room that's an interesting color that's unusual? Like maybe if you, I mean, the obvious one is to try the Black Prince, but what other option is there? Is there a locked door that the prism key might go in? Like you could go in one of the special locked doors, like the underground door, the doors in the tunnel. Like what if you put the prism key somewhere it's not supposed to go and then it takes you somewhere new? That's like the only idea I've got with that. That's where my head's at there. Let's get a reroll die. This is probably one of the most interesting things that this game has, is this fucking shrine and the blessing of the monk. Oh, maybe you have to, no, you can, maybe you have to use the prism key on but which color? The secret passage works by selecting a color. Oh, well that has never been easier. Okay, so let's just call it a day here. Cause see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call it a day. I don't understand the 18 or the 3 reference. Which book do we pull? Maybe I should have gotten a prism key, but we could still find it. Let's just go see what it does out here. The weird puzzles continue. Secret passage. Oh, thank goodness I had a gem. So does it have the same books? Yes. I wonder, is there a blank book? And I need to take the watering can back here, potentially. Is there a blank book? Kind of. My dearest darling, blah blah blah. The end of the spiral is near. Tended rose vine. The waters of the West Spring shall yet reveal more secrets. Oh, I think I needed to, damn it, I should have probably checked it says the waters of the secret passage. I think my guess is that if I took the water back here, you could pull a different book. Maybe you could pull, look at that. Look at that. I bet you could pull this book. I would have to code check it because I can't get this and the watering can. Unless I can just use regular water, I think we're cooked here. Yeah, okay, I think we're cooked. I'm just gonna pull one of these because I'm curious, and I bet it's just gonna go to nothing. Yeah, okay. That's my best guess for this one. Prism key, I've got no ideas. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get the watering can again and see if that does anything. I shall return. Alright, well that is just about the end of Blueprints. There is one last final crazy puzzle, but I have already seen it. I watched my friend play through it. However, I will go through it just for anybody out there who wants to see how it all finally ends. So let's see if it counts here. There it is. We have watered this, and now you have every color in the secret passage. Now I wonder if this can be used to draft blue books elsewhere. Or blue rooms, I'm not sure. But if we use it here in the secret passage, we go somewhere very interesting. We look on one of these doors. So your only other clue here is that it says that there's another blue door somewhere. And so this is it. These are all of the original blueprints. The prism, green, violet, yellow, red, blue, orange. The foundation, the kitchen, the corridor, the music room. Look at all this stuff. Solarium. These are the rough drafts, the original blueprints. And let's see what we can do here. When I first embarked upon this project, it was my intent to craft inviting rooms that might appeal to the citizens of the realm. I had even secured an arrangement with the local firm, which was to oversee the mass production of the floor plans. Yet now, after walking the halls of my work, I must confess that I've grown altogether too attached to these rooms. They have become a part of me, and knowing how little regard is often shown for that which I hold sacred, I find myself unequal to the selfless task of sharing them with the world. I am content with this resolution, for this house and the 45 rooms therein are more than the best work of my career. They are home. So it seems that Lady Orve, project completed November 1913, actually created 45 rooms for the estate. It was not Herbert. It was her. So we have a door here. And the door opens into the test draft. Look at this. Look at this. And so this takes you to the final puzzle, I'm pretty sure, of this entire game. One that is pretty crazy. So as you explore here, you see these lanterns of different colors. And if you were to go into one of these rooms, let's start here. Then you will find in here two pictures. The two pictures follow the same rule as the original two-picture game does, where there is one letter between them. I'm not sure what this one was. I thought Spire and Lyre for a second, but that Spear and Lyre, but that doesn't quite work. It's not a lyre, that's a harp, right? Harp and sharp. Sharp and harp. There we go. And so as you do these, you will start to spell out a code. These vying plans forge barren crest among Huam blessed. Huam is Erajan. Oh, that's right. And there are also in every single room a Morajai puzzle box here. So you have two clues in every room. You have a letter and a Morajai puzzle box. So if you arrange the puzzle boxes, also it spells out the following thing for each word. For each, if you lay it out for the entire house blueprint, it spells out: through lantern light in sketches, cast a tint of truth to find our path, a hue of wisdom to turn us right, a shade of rain to pass the light. Through lantern light in shadows past, we seek what's left of lies we cast. And so that is a clue for what to do at each of the different colored lights. This is actually crazy, the way that you're supposed to figure this out. So let's go through this little thing one little bit at a time here. We know that blue is, of course, like the color of the game, right? And it's kind of like the truth. So that's where you get the fact that you should start with the blue one, because there's only one blue lantern in the whole thing. But then after that, it's very strange. It says a hue of wisdom turns us right. Now this is crazy. This has to do with the fact that orange is the color of Corerica, and Corerica is the academic region. And so the orange lights you turn right because it's the hue of wisdom. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. It says rain to pass the light. So when you find a violet one, you pass through and keep going straight because it rains in I forget the name of the place. The violet colored place though is rain, so that's how you know to pass there. So it has to do with all the colors of the different areas that you got through the sigil puzzles, which is really cool. So at the end of the day, You turn right on the orange lanterns, you go straight through the violet ones, and you turn left on the red ones. And that's because you seek what's left of lies. And Fen Ares is red and full of lies, so you seek what's left of lies. Now this is kind of awkward because you also turn left right here. That's kind of awkward. I would find that a little bit awkward. But then see, okay, you see a red one, so you turn left. Turn left of the lies. You see an orange one. That's turn right because it's the hue of wisdom. So turn right here. And then we see orange, so we turn right. We see orange, so we turn right. We see red, turn left. We see red, turn left. Violet, straight through. Orange, turn right. Orange, turn right. Violet, straight through. Red, turn left. Violet, straight through. Violet, straight through. Red, turn left. And you arrive at this door. If you've done that properly, then you arrive at the final ending of all the final puzzles in all the game. And that is here. Which, I'll let you guys decide if you feel like this is a good... What do you think? If this is a satisfying ending or not. Now, I do suspect that they may add a cutscene here. Let's see. Also, there should be some papers. And there's a Morojai puzzle box. Let's do the puzzle box. Are we looking for blue? Is this the first one? What is this a sigil of, I wonder, actually? That's interesting. How do these all work? The blue ones are flipping with the orange ones, but is that... Usually it's the green ones that flip. This one rotates. And in fact, yeah, the green one is normally the one I think of as flipping. We probably want the green one to flip. The blue ones... What are the blue ones actually doing? It's flipping right there. I've probably used the blue ones before and forgotten what they do. That's flipping. The orange ones... Are they turning into the... Oh, the orange ones are turning into what's closest to them, right? So maybe we can use that to our advantage to turn them blue. I need to turn both oranges blue is what I need to do. So that one turns blue there. That's good. And I can move... I can put a blue one there, but it's not perfect. How do I get this blue one? Okay, there we go. Oh, it doesn't... Oh, it has to be here and here. Awkward. I still don't actually know what pushing the blue ones does. Sometimes it does something, and other times it feels like it doesn't do something. But I need to get this orange one out of here. So to do that, I need to grab it right there. There we go. But I'm not too sure how to turn the orange one blue here. There we go. Turned it blue. Okay, now I need to get... I think this is winning. Oh, it's not quite winning. So close. How about here? There we go. Nice. Okay, and you have this final word, blue. Apparently, my friend said that he missed the letter in this room, and I was like... Oh, I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, wait, no, I see why you missed the letter in this room. You think it would be in the desk or something. Okay, I'm blind. It's right here. All right. The last will and testament of me, the Baroness Orave. So I guess this is Herbert's mom. I, Orave of Mount Holly, architect, mother, and reluctant Baroness, being weak of body but perfect of mind and memory, thanks be to Orinda, to make and ordain this document, my last will and testament. As I commit my final wishes to paper, may it be done so in the tapestry and color of my life's work. May it be written under the tree of creativity and in the shade of truth that has sheltered my loved ones from the villainy of country and countrymen. In that same spirit of defiance, I hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore printed on common hueless parchment. I, first being somewhat religious, give my soul to Rhina, my ashes to Vea, and my remainder to man, as will be detailed in the pages and clauses that follow this foolishly superstitious passage. Interesting. So, in the will and testament of, I guess, the last original owner or the creator of the actual rooms of the estate, Orve, she says, screw anybody else's wills. On common hueless parchment, mine is the real one. In the second order, should my husband, Baron Thomas Sinclair, survive me, I grant to him his choice of sentimental keepsake he may wish to retain in remembrance of me. As our union was never founded on material dependency, I make no provision for his future, nor for my eldest son, Herbert Sinclair, as he will in due course inherit his father's titles, enterprises, and fortune. However, the estate of Mount Holly, its many floor plans, and storied secrets are mine, and mine alone to grant, and I have neither pledged nor suggested it would be granted to either of my children. So, according to this, Herbert Sinclair never owned Mount Holly. So it was never his to give. I do, in the third order, bestow upon my youngest son, Simon, my library, including its books, manuscript, and musings. For long have I believed that Simon, much like myself, finds greater delight in the realm of imagination than in the mundane realities of everyday life. I hope he cherishes these books, for within their pages lie doorways to endless worlds of knowledge and wonder. In the fourth order, one that I suspect will intrigue those I leave behind far more than the previous provisions, I hereby bequeath the entirety of the aforementioned estate, Mount Holly, to the individual that discovers the hidden room that contains the blue pages of this document, hence styled the Blue Testament of Orve. Because if you remember, Herbert Sinclair said he never found the answer to her puzzle, and this is it. It is my firm belief that the challenge of uncovering this secret far outweighs any other measure of worthiness, and thus I entrust my beloved home to that deserving successor, without regard to the years that may pass, or their family connection to my descendants, who may incidentally assume possession of the estate in the interim. In the event that any of my relations or future kin are living on the estate when this worthy successor locates the Blue Testament, measures shall be taken to ensure their continued residence without fear of eviction or forced removal. So she was nice, but also she was like, well, you sucked, so you're not my true heir. The estate, being of generous size, is more than capable to accommodate multiple parties without inconvenience. It is with the understanding, however, that preparations for eventual relocation should be made, as such leniency will not be afforded to subsequent generations. I do hereby constitute and appoint my colleague and fellow practitioner of law, Corderis Alesius Aaron of Trinsdale, the exclusive charge and office of executrix in this document. If ever the 46th room of my Mount Holly is discovered... Wait, so she made the 46th room. And the Blue Testament of Orve be delivered unto her hands or unto any of her descendants, I do ordain that they shall bear sole dominion and discretion to override and render null any and all prior arrangements heretofore made in my stead or in the name of my seed. I trust in her and the generations that follow to fulfill this role faithfully, in steadfast adherence to the wishes laid out in the foregoing pages of this document. Oh my god, this is such an unexpected little twist at the end. I don't know, I kind of like it. Lastly, I leave a final message to my worthy successor, you who have reached this final room. You who unearthed these pages hidden amidst the blueprints, buried beneath cryptic words and the prophecies of the past. You who have spent countless days wandering the chambers and passageways of your own curiosity, scouring for clues, hoping for answers, striving for that which you knew might forever elude you. To you for whom satisfaction is a fleeting companion. To you who stands now at the end of your journey, triumphant, exhausted, and proud. To you I grant that which in life I have given to no other, my esteem. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 16th day of April, 1952. Wasn't it 1913? Where did I get 1913 from before? That must have been the previous one or something. Anyway, Orve of Mount Holly. So the entire thing is like, you know, this bullshit that you guys contrived about all these like wars between different colors and all this other shit. She's like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. This is my house. This is my house, and if you can solve my crazy puzzles, then you can have it. So I love how there's this whole thing where you're expecting to figure out what happened to your mother, right? What happened to Mary? And there's this whole thing about like, why did she, you know, go through all of this pain to like steal this crown and then run away somewhere else and whatever. And then the story takes a complete turn and is like, screw that. It ain't about any of that shit. It's just about solving my puzzles. Who cares where Mary is? Mary's caught up in a whole bunch of political bullshit. Orive is the true. Orive is our mom now. I don't know. Anyway, interesting ideas. I kind of love that the game kind of takes a turn and doesn't even answer the thing about Mary, and you just get this interesting story about Orive, this woman who loved her puzzles and whatever. I don't know. So anyway, that is, as I am aware, the true ending of Blueprints 100%. Kudos to anybody who figured out this crazy ending themselves. Overall, I really enjoyed this game, and I do still intend to do the challenge runs for it. I think probably the best way to experience this game, unless you're an absolute puzzle maniac, would be to maybe get a group of people together to all share clues and try to figure this out, because it is quite a task to figure out for just one person. All right. Anyway, we will be back with some more challenge runs. GG's. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.